7/18 is the time. Well, the Thanksgiving holiday is just over a week away. And while it's usually a time to gather with family to reflect on the blessings of life, health experts worry it could turn into an event that spreads the coronavirus. Tyra Majors joins us live this morning in Studio B with Dignity Health to get their 2 cents on how to celebrate safely. Tyra.
Yeah, I'm joined by the Chief Nursing Officer at Dignity Health, Nurse Terri. She's here with us this morning to break down some of the things listed on the CDC's website about what's appropriate and what's inappropriate for Thanksgiving gatherings. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for coming on our show. So let's just start with preparing for a Thanksgiving gathering. I've heard about a lot of people going to get COVID-19 tests before their gatherings in hopes to test negative. But should they be relying on a negative test to go see their family? What do you think of this?
You can test. I mean, a lot of people are doing that. I read about that in Hollywood and stuff. But, the test is only going to be as good as the moment you take it. So if you're out interacting with people, it's really not an assurance that you don't have COVID. So the best thing to do is really, assess what you want to do over this Thanksgiving. And if you could stay home with your own immediate family, those people that you live with, is actually the safest way to prevent the spread of COVID.
So it sounds like staying home within your own personal bubble is the best way to go. If people are planning small gatherings for family and friends, talk about how many people should be there and who should not attend in-person gatherings if they do have them.
Yeah, Thanksgiving is such a time with family. It's going to be really hard. And I know some are going to choose to go ahead and be together. If you're going to do that, you can make it safer. We tend to gather around food and drink. And so in those areas, as you're preparing the food, if you can minimize who's in the kitchen with you. You could also have people bring their own food. If you want to cook for your family, someone else brings their food for their family. The problem with that is you really can't share. So we don't want them to share. If you're going to we want you to avoid any potluck type stuff. So if you're going to cook a big dinner and you're going to have it out, if one person can serve that wears gloves, has good hand hygiene, even wears a mask. The other thing, look how big your house is. So people with bigger homes can actually have more people, because you still want to maintain that 6 feet of distance. Remember, you don't want to be in close contact with anybody outside your home for more than 15 minutes in a day. So you also want to minimize maybe the time that you get together rather than have it all day. If you have COVID, you've been exposed to someone with COVID, you've had a COVID test and you're waiting for the results, you definitely do not want to invite anybody to your home or to go with a gathering. Also, you don't want to, if you're in that high-risk category, over 65, if you have those things like diabetes, obesity, hypertension, undergoing cancer treatment, you definitely want to stay with just your family and not have anybody in your home, or you go somewhere else.
Definitely an important topic. Thank you so much for mentioning all of those tips with us and the behavior of attendees on Thanksgiving. You mentioned a lot about the food. Thanksgiving's all about the food, so I'm sure a lot of people have questions on that. If you're looking to see this interview again, you can head over to our website, bakersfieldnow.com. Thank you again, Nurse Church.
Thank you.
Sarah?
Is there a story you think we should investigate? Call our Eyewitness News tip line at 869-2929.